everyone tries to come at it from the other end, but he's figured out through whatever process led him there and incredible life circumstances, how to run it in this direction of behavior first. Yeah. And I really think that if neuroscience has anything to offer, it's some understanding of what the underlying chemicals and neural circuits are, but the sooner that the human animal, the human species can start to understand that our feelings and our thoughts and our memories and all that is very complicated, but that when behaviors are very concrete and they are the control panel for the rest of it, it's behavior first, thoughts, feelings, and perceptions follow.
Mood follows action.
Mood follows action.
This has like been my mantra forever, and I swear by it. And David's example illustrates that act first. He's developed so much neuroplasticity that it's reflexive for him to just move towards the hard thing or the challenge or the discomfort, right? But anytime I'm in a funk or I want to change my state, I have to move forward. I have to do something with my physical body in order to shake things up and rearrange whatever's going on mentally. So, and it works every time. It
works every time because the brain circuits, meaning sets of connections and chemicals, they're there from birth, they're there your whole life, and they were designed for that. You can obviously freeze, you can retreat, or you can move forward. And the moving forward response actually triggers activation of a connection in the brain to the dopamine circuitry of the brain and makes it more likely that you're going to be able to move forward in the future. But it's the exact opposite, And so people who are paralyzed in fear or that have a hard time initiating, sometimes the key is to raise the level of stress and agitation. This is why deadlines are so effective.
Right. This
is why fear is so effective. If that agitation isn't high enough, we will not move forward.
Like it's easy to say, like, just move, you got to take the action.
Sure.
But a lot of people still, despite understanding that, intellectualizing that, are unable to, basically act as if.
Yeah, I think we're dealing with two general categories of people who have problems with motivation and focus. And I think we've failed to decide, we think, well, I need to calm myself enough to move forward. I think, and then other people say, well, no, you need to kind of ramp yourself up to move forward. Here's the way I conceptualize it based on the data that I'm aware of.
So when he says, just for clarity, when he says, I don't like sharks, he's basically saying, put me in the shark tank. Like he's cueing you to say, this is the thing I'm afraid of, and I'm going to be the first one to volunteer, and I know you're going to put me in the shark tank if I tell you that.
Right. Exactly. Well, you modify it by placing yourself into discomfort and using that as a propeller to move you into action.